Right. But I listened to her. She was talking about the black people, how Mexicans stick together, the Asians everybody stick together other than black people. People got to understand this. You know, this to be real. That's only happened because when we were brought to this country, we were taught how to be divided against each other. No other race got taught that but us. They taught us to be divided against each other.
I truly understand that, Greg. But you know, at some point in time, we got to learn how to unlearn that bullshit and start moving forward. So,
brother. You already know it was embedded in us for 400 plus years, divided. So I don't think anybody can expect it to unhappen in 100 and something. You know what I mean? It just won't happen because number one, the same people that when they divided, the house Negroes went to the housing and they acted bougie. Mm-hmm. The field Negroes went to the projects. We stayed hood. Right. We wasn't fucking, and we stayed divided. Even when we got in the hood, we stayed divided. I would love to see us come together as one. I would love to see us come together and open some businesses. And like the way we open, you know what's wrong? Black businesses, we open a business, we want to rob our own people. Like we can go. I've been in some black stores where let's just say a soda costs $1.50 in the Puerto Rican store. Down the block, the black man have for $1.65. He'll look at you like take it or leave it with that kind of attitude. Right. And I never understood that. I mean, I don't agree with it. You know, you run your business how you want to run it, but I just think people got to understand we were divided, and it's going to take a collective to start not acting that way. If you just got, let's just say, your block that you live on, to all come together and open a store in the neighborhood, and y'all stay together, there's a start. But I guarantee you.
I've been trying for years, man, and I can't get no support from my people. They rather go on the block and get their money to the other man instead of dealing with the other man. And I was bringing stuff to people at below cost prices, and it just I don't know what the answer is, man. I mean, to the point.
I tell you, there's one. I just wanted to address one thing that he said because it's true about the prices thing, but there's a reason for that, and I don't think a lot of times it's just they ripping people off. What it is that we've been forced out of markets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, take for instance, when you want a lower price per unit, you have to buy in bulk.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so that's why bigger chains can always force the mom and pop stores out of business because they can buy at bulk rates and charge less per item.
Right.
So when you go to a mom and pop store, you're going to pay more for a single item because they can't buy as much.
Right. And sometimes you're not letting to those wholesale stores to get those prices. You have to go to other stores that are already getting them from the wholesale stores, and then they're adding their price on
now, that's
top of the retail item.
That's just strictly from a business level because if people remember, the United States closed their borders for a period of time. It was like about 50-something years where they wouldn't allow anybody else to sell within their borders so that they can build their own economy up.
Right.
That's when it used to be, like this whole thing about American made and stuff like that.
Right.
They had to, stop, imports so that they can get their own economy or their own markets built up. So It's something that happens across the board, but the only difference, what makes our situation unique is that when you add that factor in that Greg was talking about, the calculated effort to keep us divided just, compounds upon that.
Right.
So you got the market situation going on, plus you have the destruction of culture and destruction of socioeconomic and political infrastructure, in addition to us being forced out of markets and stuff like that. So we got it doubly, triply bad.
Right. Right. But I believe that we just start focusing on what the real issues are, get past the real issues, start understanding and learning who we truly are, I think that we can start and build anything we want. And
I think it's just a question of common sense. It gets to a point where, because the thing is, I don't know, were you able to play that clip?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to play it again. I'll play it again.
The thing about that clip that bothered me the most wasn't the Polynesian guy being racist against black people. That, like, a lot of people was upset by that. That doesn't upset me. What upset me was the Negro who actually, he seemed like he wanted to cry.
Right.
About it. Like, he just could not believe that somebody felt that way about black people. And I'm like, that's the part that really shocked me. I'm like, what planet are you on?
I'm going to play the clip again so everybody that didn't hear it will get to hear it, and then we'll talk about it. So just bear with me. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
The Michael, he seems like a cool guy. I don't know, he can't really dress, but other than that,
he didn't make an impression with me at all. Like, not a good or a bad. I don't even remember him.
Neutral. Okay,
yeah.
JJ? Michael's got a twinkle in his eye. He's a young man, and I'd have to see more, but he seemed very open. Okay. Yeah.
I don't like Mike. Well, okay, I'm going to say that he's looks like he's native Texas, and being from Texas, I would have to support that. But I don't like him on the fact that he's black. Absolutely not.
David?
Please. And I knew this was going to come. I don't like him because he's black.
Are you even serious right now?
I'm a minority, but I got a problem.
I was going to say.
Hold on.
You're like a minority yourself.
Absolutely.
We rode in yesterday together, so I am to assume, based on what you just said, that you don't like me because I'm black?
I'm talking about general sense here. But the fact is,
general sense. How much more general than you can be? Then you're sitting in a car with somebody. You're riding in it. You said it. You opened it up.
Am I?
You did that.
Okay. Let me tell you this. It doesn't matter if we rode in or not. It doesn't matter. I don't know you from anybody. Okay. We share the same path. But you know what? My personal beliefs and my personal experience, I don't like them. I never have, and I never will.
What is it about black people that you don't like?
This ought to be good.
Yeah. I'm strapping in for this one.
Yeah, well, strap tight.
You might want to strap me in for this one.
Well, the thing is, based on the experience and the people I've worked with, where I come from, I'm sick and tired of people thinking, specifically I am mentioning black people, thinking we owe them something, that the world owes them something. I'm totally opposed to affirmative action.
Where are you from?
I don't want people to give me a job just because I'm brown. I want people to know that I have the credentials. Polynesians don't have a BET. We don't get all pissed off when we don't have an NAACP that comes and
First off, I just want to know where you're from.
I grew up on the islands.
Where?
Overseas.
Overseas. There's no black people over there?
Where overseas? Like what islands?
Near the Hawaiian Islands.
The Polynesian Islands.
I'm a Polynesian, yes.
When did you come to America?
And I live in the South. There are plenty of black people there, and I had quite the opportunity to be able to work with these people. And you know what? No, I won't.
That is so and ill-informed and so stupid, even if you didn't believe it. Do you think I'm going to stand up here and say I'm not going to give some money to somebody because they're white? I mean, some things are better left unsaid.
That would be your choice.
Rather than have people really realize what an idiot you are. Now, you are. That is just the most stupid thing. And we meet in the car and we say, hey, we're going to be friends after this. Don't take anything personally. I do take that personally. I do think it's offensive. I mean, the only way that we're going to survive as a people is that we work together and we understand that if there's one person that's oppressed, if there's one person that's a judge, and I don't mean as a people, as black people, I mean as a people who live here on this earth. If there's one woman that's oppressed, if there's one child that's abused, if there's one person that's discriminated against based on some superficial bull, then we're not going to make it.
Get a grip, man, on how the world really works.
Okay, let's stop. Wait. We have plenty more to discuss.
And that's the link, y'all.
Interesting.
Yep. And I mean, personally, I don't give a damn if you don't like black people or not. It is what it is.
We need to get the picture, man. We really need to get the picture. Nobody is working in our interest. Nobody
at all.
They sit back and they plan how the future is going to go. I don't hear nobody go, but what about black folks? What do you think is going to happen to them?
Right.
So if we don't start taking care of ourselves and start looking at our people and our people alone and planning for the future, we're going to be out of here. And I really don't understand why it's taking so long for motherfuckers to get that. Because I don't care how much you dislike or how much issues.
they get it, brother, but you know when they're going to actually really get it? When it's too late. That's how we work. We always the last. You get it when the hammer's coming down, and then you'll be like, yo, what am I supposed to do? I've been telling your ass for years what to do. Don't tell me now. That's why I said, that's why it goes back to the poem, I'm snuffing your ass when we're in the concentration camp. Because I am. Don't come to me now asking me how we get out of here. Motherfucker, I've been telling you before we got here. So,
and this is the reason why I always say we don't really have any black leadership. We don't have it. Because our people are not looking at our situation uniquely, our situation, and looking into the future and going, how are black folks going to be employed? How are we going to have jobs? How? Because white folks can't even find their own jobs for their own people.
So what makes you think that you're going to eat before them? And then they're going to let it just happen that way. That's why we need to start pooling our resources.
But see, that's the thing, and this is the reason why I call myself the buzz killer, because nobody wants to hear this shit. But ultimately, you're going to be dealing with it whether you want to or not.
I get told because I love my people that I'm a racist. I get told all type of things because I love my people. But I ain't never once said nobody tell a white supremacist, yeah, you talking that black stuff, this, that, and the third. But you the same, you know, God did this, God that, right? But you're the same person who's loving God. And when Bin Laden was killed, you was out in the street cheering on the fact that this man was murdered by whoever, even if it's real. But it's just crazy. I guess anybody who wants to hold down and build up what's theirs, if I'm wrong for that, then it is what it is. I'll be the wrongest dude in the world, but I ain't gonna never stop loving my people and try to open their eyes and tell you the truth. I know all of y'all ain't gonna come. So y'all that's gonna be casualties. Every war has casualties, so it is what it is. I ain't gonna lose a night of sleep over you, but I am going to teach and reach those who want to hear the truth. I am going to do that.